Hi friends! Today I'm answering another commonly asked question. I'm getting this question more and more, and the question is, um, in your journey, did you ever hit plateaus, and how did you break through them? So I'm going to answer that for you. Um, the answer is yes and no. So, yes, I hit times in my journey, seasons in my journey, where I was not losing weight. But I don't believe that they were true plateaus. So we're going to define what a plateau is and then address how to break through what we perceive to be a plateau. Okay? So, a true plateau, oh, really quickly, I'm so excited. I got a tripod, so now I can talk with my hands while I talk to you guys, which is amazing because that's what I do in real life. So I feel like more myself. And also, you won't get motion sick while you're watching my videos. Bonus. So, plateaus. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. So I want to define what a plateau is. A true weight loss plateau means that you are doing everything right, that you are being perfect in your food, your activity, your sleep, your water. Everything is perfect, but the scale hasn't moved in at least 3 or 4 weeks. That's a plateau. So if you're asking about hitting a plateau because you've stayed the same for a week or two, that's not a plateau. It takes time. Keep doing what you're doing. However, if you have been doing what you believe is perfect, that you believe that you're doing everything right, but the scale isn't moving, I'm going to challenge you a little bit today, okay? Because just based on my experience, as I have shared with you guys, I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm just a girl on a journey, and I'm sharing here from my personal experience. That's it, okay? So my experience is that the times in my journey when I hit what felt like a plateau wasn't actually a true plateau, but was more of a blind spot for me. An area where I felt like I was doing everything right, but I was missing something. And switching up that thing that I was missing, fixing that kind of little blind spot, snapped me right out of the plateau. So what that taught me is that it wasn't really a plateau. It wasn't really my body, me being perfect and my body wasn't able to lose the weight. It was actually that I was not seeing something. There was something that I needed to correct that I wasn't aware of. So I just want to talk about that a little bit today. So the difference between being in weight loss mode and maintenance mode is like tiny. It's really small. So we're talking like if you're on Weight Watchers, if you're doing points, like your maintenance points when you get to lifetime and you're on your maintenance journey, it's 3 to 6 points more a day, which is really based on your height. So if you are 5'3" or 5'4", your maintenance points are probably 3 points higher than your current daily total. So what that means is that's a tight. You guys know what you can do with 3 points. There's like a protein bar is 3 points. A little handful of roasted chickpeas, 3 points. So it's so easy to accidentally bump yourself from a weight loss mode to a maintenance mode with just a tiny bit of excess food. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that we have to hone our food back a little bit. But I want to tell you that in my experience, people, we hear people say, maybe you're not eating enough. You're probably not eating enough. That does happen. I'm not going to tell you that that's not possible. That can happen. We can deprive ourselves so much that our body goes into like a famine mode and will refuse to let go. That does scientifically exist, but it's incredibly rare. It's incredibly rare. So, okay, it's rare. That's all I'm going to say about that. You guys know, I'm trying to give it to you. I'm trying to find that balance between keeping it real with you and giving you the information that you truly need to move your journey forward, but not being too harsh, okay? I never want to be harsh with you guys, especially if you're in that position and you're at a plateau and you feel like you're giving it everything you've got. I don't want to discourage you. The reason that I don't want to discourage you is because that's the most frustrating freaking place to be on your journey. If you are goofing off and eating what you want and enjoying what you want, and then you see a gain on the scale, it's kind of like, well, yeah, I earned that one. I deserved that. But when you are doing the work, it takes work to maintain. When you get to your goal weight and you're maintaining, it takes work to stay there. So whether you are intentionally maintaining or accidentally maintaining, you're working, you're doing the work, you're paying attention, you're not checked out. You probably are tracking well and eating well and exercising well, because those are the things that are required to maintain. However, if your goal is to be losing weight and you're doing the work and you're not seeing the scale budge, that is freaking frustrating. It's the most frustrating place to be. So, my challenge to you, if you are in the place of a plateau that is unintentional, you are not trying to maintain, but your body isn't budging, here's what I want to ask you. I want you to get really, really real with yourself and ask yourself if you are doing everything as diligently as you were doing in the beginning. Are you weighing and measuring everything? Are you tracking honestly? I'm in future weeks, I'm going to go into the methods that I use for tracking, because I get asked about this a lot. I know you guys, especially on my Instagram, you guys have heard about, I've talked about macros and double tracking, and, I am going to do a video about that. I'm not going to turn this video into that video, as tempting as it is. But, so just what I want you to do is track really, really honestly. The thing with WW Freestyle is that it gives you freedom. It's freestyle. There is freedom in that plan. And that allows for flexibility and sustainability, which is wonderful. It's a plan that is geared toward the long term. However, I at times have struggled to lose by just following Freestyle, because of the freedom that it gave me, and because I have serious issues with food. It wasn't quite as structured as I needed it to be, so I had to take some extra steps. Those extra steps will be in a coming video, I promise you guys. But for right now, in terms of breaking through plateaus, what I really want you to hear is that I need you to get really, really honest with yourself. Understand that just a tiny bit of excess food can bump you from a weight loss mode to a maintenance mode. So if you're calling it a plateau, I want you to get really, really real and honest with yourself about your tracking and about what you're eating. How many 0 points foods are you having in a day? Take a look at that, okay? And I'm asking you to get real and get honest with yourself, because you're worth not lying to. You're worth being honest to. You deserve an honest tracker, an honest journey, and to not kid yourself about what's going into your body. We love to say, you don't have to be hungry on this plan, and I'm losing weight, and you don't have to be hungry. No, you don't have to be hungry. You don't have to be starving. You can be well nourished and lose weight. But you can be a little overnourished and not lose any weight, or potentially gain a little bit. So we have to get really real and be really honest with ourselves about eating just enough food to be well nourished, well fueled, but a little bit below the maximum of what our body needs. That's the only way to create a deficit, to have a weight loss on the scale, if that's what you're looking for. So that's my challenge to you. If you have any other questions about plateaus, please put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. At this point, I'm answering every question I get. So that's the same over on my Instagram. It's at lighter_Lisa. And I'm sharing all the details of my journey over there if you want to follow there as well. And that's it. Ask me your questions about plateaus. I hope that this helped you. Get real, get honest, pay attention to your weighing, your measuring, and all of the habits that you built when you started this journey and when you were losing consistently. That's it. Break through that plateau, guys, because it might not actually be a plateau. Can you handle that truth? Can you handle that? I hope you can. I'm going to always keep it real with you guys, okay? Find your grit, dig deep, and I'll talk to you later.